Hi, and thanks for joining us today on our talk show, A Voice, where men and women of all ethnic backgrounds come together to share their dreams, their visions, their goals, as well as their entrepreneurial accomplishments. And today, I'm extremely honored to have a very special guest. Young lady, she's 16 years old. She have great dreams. She have visions of doing great things. And the reason that I asked her to come was because I want to make sure that we don't leave anybody out. I want to make sure that we cater not only to the older generation, but our younger siblings as well. So I've asked her to come. My special guest today is Miss Olivia Welch. Miss Olivia, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just fabulous. It is so good to have you on, and I want to say thanks to your mom and dad for allowing you to come and spend this time with us. You know, the purpose of this show is to encourage people that have had dreams and visions and goals, and for whatever reason, just over a period of time, whether it was a recession or, you know, just something unexpected happened that has caused so many people to give up on their dreams.
Right.
We created this show that we can bring on people like yourself to let the viewing audience know what you're doing, that they'll be encouraged because you have a great story, and you're looking to do great things. And so I wanted to bring you on so that you would be able to share with our audience, because you never know who's looking, who's listening, and I'm sure it's something that you will say will encourage somebody. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your home and stuff like that, where you're from, where you go to school, and this type thing.
Well, my name's Olivia, and I'm a junior at Terry High School. I'm from Terry, Mississippi.
Okay.
And I'm aspiring to be a veterinarian.
Okay, you want to be a veterinarian?
Right.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, listen, I understand that you love horses.
I do.
You love horses?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got a few horses. Your dad got horses?
I have 4 horses. I have Donut. She's a colt. She's 2 years old.
Donut.
Donut.
Okay, okay.
I have a 3-year-old stud, Major.
Okay.
I have a 6-year-old. Her name's Coco. And I have a 11-year-old, Glamour.
Glamour.
Right.
Okay, now who named the horses?
Me and my dad.
Okay, now listen, I was down to your dad's place a few weeks ago, and I saw this big, huge horse. I guess this horse is 1,500 pounds. Now is that male or female? This big.
She's a female.
Okay, now what's her name?
Coco.
Coco. And you're not afraid to ride Coco, because I saw you riding Coco.
Bigger the better.
The bigger the better.
The bigger the better.
Wow. Well, listen, what inspired you? What made you get interested in horses in the first place?
Well, my dad, he's always been around them his whole life.
Yes.
And I wanted to grow up like that, would have horses, have something to do.
Yeah. And
I fell in love with them when I first went down there.
Okay, so you're not afraid of them?
No, sir.
I mean, have you ever had a horse to like rear up with you, or?
I've had one to book me off, rear up with me, kicked, had all that.
And you still ride?
Still ride.
Oh yeah, well you really love them then.
I love them.
Okay then, okay. So I also understand that you do like, I don't know, I guess it's called like barrel racing or barrel training. What's that about?
Barrel racing is basically, you have 3 barrels. You can either do 2 rights and 1 left, or 2 lefts and 1 right.
Yes.
And basically you go around each barrel, and if you knock one over, it's either a 5-second penalty or you're disqualified. And the fastest times to get around each barrel, the fastest, when you're through with your pattern, you win.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I'm sure you have to like practice real hard for this because well, they say practice make perfect, but the more you practice, the better you get at it, which advances your chances to win when you go off to compete at different events when that time comes.
Right. Well, you practice. You can practice 4 or 5 days a week, and you don't want to practice too much. You practice too much, your horse will get agitated basically, and your horse will lose focus, won't want to do them, and that's when you have a problem. So you practice. You can probably do you pace yourself with the horse. You come up to them, you approach them, and you come to each one and you bag up. You bag up. Then you go around to let your horse know when you go around the barrels you have to slow down. So you won't knock the barrels over. And you do each one like that. And then after you've done that maybe 3 or 4 times, then that's when you pick up your speed, pick up your pace. And that's when you pick up your pace, your horse will know I need to run. And after that 3rd barrel, that's when you're gonna, that's why your time come in. After the 3rd barrel, you going. You going. Full speed.
Okay, so now, I think I saw the guys doing something like this at the Black Rodeo, and it looked like I would see the men and the women that would ride those horses. They would look like come out of a chute or something, and they'd head toward that barrel as fast as they could, and then they'd go around that barrel, and as soon as they come around that barrel, they'd take off again. So that's pretty much the way you have to do. So you train your horse to do that, so your horse already know the system.
I already know it.
And it's your job to train the horse to do that.
Correct.
Wow.
You and your horse grow into it together. It's like a give and take. They're giving you what you need, and you're taking it. You giving them what they need, and they're gonna take it. They're gonna.
Okay. Well, why not Barbie dolls, or maybe just sitting at home on the computer or something like that? Why horses?
This is what I've grown around and
you just love them.
I love them.
Wow.
It's really a passion for them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a couple of horses, and my mom, she tries to act like she's not really interested in horses, but she told me the other day that when she gets up in the morning, the first thing she do is look out the window at the horses. So it sounds to me like she's kind of like getting attached to my horses. Yeah, so I guess that will happen, huh?
Usually will. When horses are they're amazing, really.
Yeah.
Amazing creatures.
Yeah.
And they're animals rather. And they're almost like big dogs.
Yeah.
They love when you pet on them, rub them, wash them off, give them good massages, all that. They love it. Like people.
Yeah, horses, you know, because we've had horses when I was much younger, still just a young fella at home. And to have and to be able to, you know, like you say, just brush them and stuff like that, they absolutely love that kind of stuff. Listen, we're having a good time, but our time is up for this segment, and we're going to come right back in just a few minutes with my special guest, Miss Olivia Welch. We'll be right back.
Today's guest is Olivia Welch, a high school junior, horse rider, and an inspiring veterinarian. Olivia Welch.
We're back, and thanks for staying with us. I have a special guest here with me today, Miss Olivia Welch, and she's a horse trainer. She's aspiring to be a veterinarian. She's got goals. She's got dreams, and I hope for those of you that are 16 or younger, or maybe just a little older, you will check her out and see what she's talking about. She's very interesting to interview, and you need to meet with her sometime and watch her ride. She's great at what she does. Miss Olivia, Okay, yeah. So you do the training. You've been taught how to do that to prepare your horse because you've got a vision in mind for the future, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. So what you're doing right now at a young age, you're starting young, you're perfecting your craft or your gift, you're perfecting it because you're looking by faith for a big return.
Yes.
Somewhere down the line with all of the time that you're putting in training these horses and everything. Now let me ask you this. What person, male or female, is it that inspired you? What male or female that does the bear racing or bear training that inspired you, the most?
One of my good friends, Marissa Thompson. She's been running barrels for about 4 or 5 years now, and she's ranked. She's very good, and she has a horse named Gidget that knows how to turn them barrels and turn and burn.
Okay, so now when you say she's ranked, for those of us that don't really know that much about it, what does that mean?
Ranked means that she's good. She's one of the best in Mississippi.
Okay.
She's ranked. She's up there in the charts. She's on her way to the NFRs.
Okay, then. So she's from Mississippi.
Mississippi, Terry, Mississippi.
Not my hometown. I don't know her.
Terry, Mississippi.
Sure enough. Wow, that's awesome then. So I'm sure y'all go to a lot of rodeos and stuff together.
A lot of rodeos.
Okay, so where do you go? Where have you been? To do a lot of your training. Do you move around from place to place, or do you just do it all at your dad's place?
Well, I've gone to different arenas around Mississippi.
Okay.
I've been to Brandon.
Okay.
Brandon's arena.
Yes.
Gallman and Brookhaven. And Brandon arena was my fastest time.
Okay.
That's why I did my fastest time.
Okay, so I mean, how does that work? I mean, is it a day when a lot of cowboys and girls come together to train, where there are a lot of people there watching you train, or how does that?
It's usually on the weekends, usually on a Friday, maybe Saturday.
Yes.
And it's evening time where you come. It usually runs from 100 to 200 girls out there training their horse with barrels, and they'll call your name on intercom, and they'll tell you when to get ready, when is your turn next, and to get it on your mind.
Okay then. And so you getting psyched, you getting pumped up now, because
you and your horse.
Yeah, you fixing to get ready to put what you've been doing to the test, and this is, I'm sure, just like when you're at home training, it's different from being at one of the arenas, because you got all these people now, the horses hearing all this cheering and everything, and so it's probably different, huh?
It is. It's a lot different. Your horse is in a different atmosphere.
Yes.
Where you're at home, you're there by yourself, it's you and your horse. But then when you're at an arena, it's you, your horse, and more people and more horses.
Yes.
And your horse has to really they have to really get used to it. And some horses do good with more people and some don't. So it all depends on how you and your horse where your horse feeling that day.
Oh, your horse have feelings?
Horse has feelings. They do. Believe it or not, horses have feelings. Okay. Some days they're not. You just look at them and tell you up for a ride today, and some days be the laid, chill back day. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I'm over twice your age, but I never knew that. Wow. Horses have feelings. Okay. Well, on a more serious note, we've talked a good bit about your horses and stuff like that, but you told me early on that you're aspiring to be a veterinarian.
Right.
Why a veterinarian? Why not a banker? Why not a flight attendant? Why a veterinarian?
Well, as I said earlier, I love horses, and I love all animals in general, and I just want to be. I think that's where it's taking me, that I need to. Where I need to go. I like horses, I like animals, so
So you want to be able to take care of them all.
Animals.
Yeah. Okay.
All kinds.
Okay. So I mean, if one is hurt some kind of way, you'd like to be able to help.
Be able to help them.
Well, that's really great. Okay. So does like shoeing a horse, is that in the veterinarian field, or is it somebody else to do that?
Well, it's not really into veterinarian field, but I mean, you can. Usually it's for maybe other people that has their own business, horseshoeing business. They'll go and shoe them. Okay. And different places.
But so you would have to hire somebody to do that, because you too afraid to pick that horse's feet up and do all that stuff.
No, I will. I can shoe a horse. You
can?
I can.
Wow. Oh, it sounds like you really love your horses there.
I do.
Okay, but okay, so you're just 16.
16.
You're just 16, and already you're looking into the future. You're not planning on getting out of high school and then just riding your horse up and down the road and then just letting that be it. But you're aspiring to go on to be a veterinarian because you love animals and you love horses, and you want to be able to I mean, just do this as a part of your dream. Do this as a business. Sounds to me like you're planning to be an entrepreneur, maybe.
I would love to be an entrepreneur, have my own business.
Yeah, exactly. I see you doing that. I see you doing that because I know your dad now, and he's extremely knowledgeable when it comes to horses. And I can tell just by being around you all the last couple of months that he's really poured a lot into you, and to have that desire and that dream to want to keep that going, and then start to get paid for it. It's going to be real good. That's going to be good for you, and that's great. I trust that for those young people that are watching right now will get motivated to see Miss Young Olivia. You're doing what you do. You're aspiring to do something great in the future, and it's going to pay off for you. And I just want you to, just to let them know that if you stay with it.
Yeah, you really have to have a set mind.
Yeah.
You have to really stay with it and don't give up. You have to have a lot of patience when it's come to dealing with horses.
Okay.
You have to have a lot of patience.
Okay, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to conclude our conversation with my guest, Miss Olivia Welch. We'll be right back. We're back, and I'm here with my special guest, Miss Olivia Welch. And she's such an inspiring young lady, and she loves horses, and she know a lot about horses. Now, I'm 53, and she's just 16, but you've taught me a lot just sitting here right now. And I wanted to ask you again about becoming a veterinarian. What was it that motivated you at such a young age? Because you're 16 now, but you told me that you've had a desire to be a veterinarian several. That's just been in your heart to be a veterinarian. What's your goal? What inspired you to do that?
Well, I've been to numerous barns, and I've seen hurt horses, and I've seen their owners can't afford it, and it really hurt me to see them, hurting. They can't get the proper care they need, but the owners, they do as much as they can. Exactly. So that's where it started when I was younger.
Wow, just a heart. That's beautiful within itself. Just a heart for hurting animals. So if you love animals like that, I know you love people. So that's really good. That's really good at a young age. And so you're going to become this veterinarian. You're going to be known all over the place. I already see your name in lights. Miss Olivia Welch. Yeah, your horse is ill. Come see her, and she'll give him a pill. Yeah. Good. Okay, that's great. That's really awesome. Now listen, tell me, you mentioned earlier one young lady that really motivated you in training the barrel racing? Are there any other people that motivated you?
I have numerous people. I have Miss Tracy Rogers.
Yes.
She's a barrel racer. She's ranked also.
Oh, yeah.
And she helped me train me and my horse to become what she is. And she has an arena at her house where she told me to come anytime. It's free. Anytime I need to come, she said, just come out here. I'll be here.
Yes.
We can work together.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And I have Mr. Tracy Funches, where he taught me a lot about my little coat, Donut.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot about her and the Smith boys.
In Terry,
Mississippi.
Oh, everybody knows the Smith boys.
The Smith boys from Terry, Mississippi.
Okay.
They taught me a lot also.
Yes.
And I've had some training sessions with them. They taught me. And there's many more I can't name.
Yeah, just a lot of
a lot of different people.
Yeah, well,
but those are the main
well, let me
ones.
ask. Okay, horses. It looked like it would be like people's sport.
Right.
Now, with you being so young, do you see any other young people taking interest in horse riding and racing and stuff like that, or is it just us old folk?
No, it's a lot of young people around Mississippi.
Okay.
When I go to barrel runs in different places, it's Brandon, Gallman.
Yes.
It's 100 to 200 different young people, girls.
Young people.
Right.
Wow.
100 to 200, maybe more. And usually the shows run all night long because it's so many that they have to get everybody on there.
Wow, wow. Well, Miss Olivia, let me ask. Okay, so now we know that you're going to be a veterinarian. Okay, that's been established. Yes. Do you have any other dreams or goals? I mean, any other business ventures that you would start? Because our president let us know that we have to be able to multitask.
Right.
So I see you with more than just one business. So do you have anything else in your heart that you'd like to do?
Well, I do want to make it to the NFRs.
Okay.
The NFRs is like almost like the NBA playoffs. Is where the best of the best come and they compete to win.
Yes.
And it's held in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you go and it's a 10-day rodeo basically.
Okay.
And they have different events from barrel racing, calf roping, bull riding, bronc riding, all that in the rodeo industry, and the best of the best go and they compete.
Okay, so what you're doing right now, going to these arenas and preparing your horses to do what they do, it's leading up to the big dance.
Right.
The NFRs. What does that stand for? What does that stand for?
The National.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I know it's huge.
it's a lot.
I threw that one out there kind of fast, but that's all right. But listen, look, you gonna make it. Yeah, you gonna make it. Okay, so how does that go? I mean, are there different levels of entries that you win in, and different categories that you win in?
It's different categories, but each category has a winner, and from the winner. Each winner, they'll have, they will win maybe a check, and they'll probably take maybe the top 3 out of each, and they'll win a check, but the number 1 will win the biggest check, and that's where you win.
That's where you're gonna be.
That's where I want to be, and that's where I'm gonna be.
That's where you're gonna be. I'm speaking that. I'm speaking that because just at 16, I mean, you're this excited about it, and I just sense in my heart that you're not going to be backing away from this no time soon.
No time soon.
Yeah, I've seen you ride those horses. I've seen the excitement, and I've been down and you talked to me about my horses, and you're very knowledgeable. So I see you going all the way. And so I'm gonna be praying with you and your family that you be able to go to the big dance, but not just to go and show up. I want you to bring home the gold, because I believe you can do it. All right.
And I want to be the first from Terry, Mississippi to go.
Wow, to go and win.
Right.
So now, Las Vegas. Okay, so how do you find out that you make it to the big dance? How does that work?
Well, it all becomes in with the rankings.
Okay.
Back to the rankings when I was saying earlier, you have they'll probably take the top. It always comes down to your points at the end. Each rodeo you enter, and the higher your rank is in each rodeo, that's where your points come in.
I see.
They'll take the highest points, and then you'll know I'm going to the NFL.
Okay, so now when you know that you're headed there, how do you get your horses from Terry to Las Vegas? Do you put them on a trailer, or you put them on a plane, or how you get them there?
You can take them on a horse trailer. With usually you'll have a living quarter inside the trailer where you have a bed, slant, and all that.
Okay, and you'll do all of that
to get ready.
You sleep with your horses?
Well, it's
you said you got living quarters there. So yeah, okay,
right. It's a living quarter hooked onto the trailer.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, Miss Olivia, that you're in it for the long haul. And you know what? I already know you're gonna do good. You know, I already know you're gonna do good, and I know your dad. He loves horses. He's always fascinated about them, and so I know you're gonna hang there with Pop, and you're gonna do very well. And listen, I really want to thank you for coming on, for taking out of your schedule. You know, I know school is out, and you could have been at home cooling out, but you took out of your time to come and encourage not only the young viewers, but even some of the older viewers.
Right.
And so it's been good. It's been good. I really appreciate you coming. And what you say, we go ride our horses.
I think we should.
Let's go ride our horses. Our time is about up. And we want to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. And we trust that something has been said to motivate you and encourage you. If you have a dream, don't stop dreaming. Press your way, and you will see you will make it. Take care, and we'll see you next time.